Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and a very minimal looking puzzle to have a go at today, and I think a debut on the channel for juddimal. I hope I'm saying that correctly, juddimal. It does look like juddimal. Could be juddimal. Maybe juddimal. Maybe juddimal is better. I'm not sure. It's called Portal Dolmen 2. Now I think a dolmen, isn't a dolmen like one of those stones? Or is it the top, like on Stonehenge? You know, you've got two bits on either side. It might be a dolmen on the top. I'm not sure. I can't remember. That's awful given how many crosswords I solve, isn't it? But anyway, this is called Portal Dolmen 2. I forgot to look up on Logic Masters how difficult it was. That's terrible, isn't it? So I've got no idea how hard it is. You will have to judge from the video length how hard I've found it. Of course, you may find it easier or harder. We cannot judge. But I do know that this has been recommended to us a few times and is apparently rather clever. So I'm looking forward to having a go at it. It's got anti-knight rules, German whisper rules, and equal split line rules. And I'll read those rules to you in a moment or two's time. Now, I don't have much news for you today, so I will make I'll make a couple of appeals. Firstly, I would suggest to you all that you have a go at this wonderful Sudoku hunt that we've got going on over on Patreon at the moment. It's this month's competition. Let me try and get this the right size. Oh dear, that's a terrible effort. But it's by Itrio, comes complete with story, 13 puzzles long, yin-yang themed, as you can see. And the feedback so far has been absolutely splendid. So do check it out. You will enjoy it. If you win the competition, you will get to make a Sudoku video with me that might appear on the channel at some point. So if that tickles your fancy, then that's a reason to enter. If it doesn't, you'll get gaming keys. So it's win-win. Anyway, that's over on Patreon right now. Now, what else did I need to tell you about? That's a good question. I've got no birthdays to do today. So instead of that, I'm going to mention on Facebook. Facebook somehow learns, doesn't it? It learns what you like and what you don't like. And for me, often, if I open Facebook on a day, it knows I like poems, so it'll show me a poem. But today, for some reason, it didn't show me a poem. It showed me a painting. And I thought I might share it with you because I thought this was absolutely breathtaking. And I looked at it, and I was sort of looking at all the shading and the way that the light moves through the drawing and stuff, and I was blown away, and I immediately jumped to the conclusion that it must be a sort of impressionist painting by one of the great masters of history that I hadn't seen before. So I did a bit of research into it, and no, this painting is done by somebody called Laurent Parcellier, who is he was born in 1962, and I mean I was blown away, absolutely blown away. I thought this was quite beautiful. So I thought I'd share it with you on this channel. We don't only share logical beauty, we also share from time to time artistic beauty of different sorts as well. So forgive me for spending or for taking a minute of your time, but I hope it's brightened your day. It brightened up mine. And I think that's all the news. Oh, I'll make a quick appeal as well. I don't often say this, so forgive me for saying this as well, but if you do enjoy the channel, the statistics that we get from YouTube tell us that more than half the people who regularly watch the channel aren't subscribed to the channel. And obviously, the more times people click subscribe, the more the algorithm likes our videos and spreads them more widely, and that's the way that these puzzles get more widely known about. So anything you can do to help us to spread the word, we would be most grateful. It's free to subscribe to a YouTube channel. You just click subscribe, and it'll mean that our videos will get recommended to you more often. And what's wrong with that? Not a lot, I think. I don't think we're a bad vice in the world. Anyway, self-praise is no praise. Let's go on. Let's have a look at Portal Dolmen 2 by juddimal. These are the rules of the puzzle. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying, so that means we've got to put the digits 1 to 9, oopsie, once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And then we've got anti-knight, so cells separated by a single knight's move in chess may not contain the same digit. So let's let's do the usual example here. So whatever the central cell of the puzzle is, obviously a single chess move, or single chess knight's move, we're about to get visited by a low-flying airplane, there's nothing I can do, I'm sorry, Maverick's going to buzz the control tower. Anyway, a single knight's move would take it to one of the yellow cells, and therefore none of the yellow cells so let's say that digit's a 1. That would mean none of the yellow cells could be a 1. That's how anti-knight works. Then we've got German whispers, so adjacent digits on lines must differ by 5 or more. So if this was a 1, this has to be at least 6 in order to be sufficiently different from 1. It could be 6, 7, 8 or 9. And then there's one more rule, which is if a line contains a dot. Now I think this is the only line that does contain a dot. If a line contains a dot, that dot splits its line into segments with equal sums. So I think this, I suppose, okay, I understand why this is being done, because often you could have done this logic with an arrow, if this bit was the circle and the arrow was those two cells. But obviously that would have then sort of overwritten the German whisper. So I do understand why juddimal has not done that. So basically what we're saying is this digit is the sum of those two digits. And they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. And I'm going to start, well, actually, am I going to start? I'm going to start by stating something that may prove not to be true. But I would be quite surprised, not astonished, but quite surprised if this puzzle doesn't involve the Fistmafell ring. That might be wrong, I'm not sure, but obviously, I say obviously, if you've never watched a variant Sudoku video before, this will not be at all obvious, but there is a theorem in Sudoku that tells you that in any Sudoku puzzle, those cells there, the cells that surround the central 3x3 box, and there are 16 of those blue cells, they are the exact same digits as you will find in the 16 corners, those 2x2s in the corner. And that is something that if it looks like it'll be useful in the puzzle, I will prove. And that there's a corollary of that happens with anti-knight, which is even more powerful, and I will state that as well in case it makes you guys think of anything. The corollary of the Fistmafell ring in an anti-knight puzzle is that if there is a digit in this puzzle that is not in the ring, so say the digit 1 didn't appear in the blue cells, then that digit must appear in the middle cell of the grid. And that leads to a further conclusion. I will prove this if it's necessary. That leads to a further conclusion, which is there could only ever be one such cell, or one such digit, that wasn't in the ring. So in an anti-knight Sudoku, either all the digits 1 to 9 will appear in the blue cells, or 8 of them will, and the 9th will be in the middle. And that's weird, isn't it? It's weird and wonderful. But let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's see whether or not there is some logic that we can get at before that. Now, okay, so there are other secrets to be talked about here, and those secrets are obviously going to be to do with German whispers lines. Now, first things first, can you put 5 on a green line? No, because the next digit has to be at least 5 different from 5. If we go up, we're at 10 or higher, that's not Sudoku, and if we go down, we're at 0 or lower, and that's not Sudoku. So 5 is never on a green line. Now, what that means is that any digit on a green line can be defined as either being below 5 or above 5. So if it's from the 1, 2, 3, 4 set, below. If it's from the 6, 7, 8, 9 set, whoopsie, it would be above 5, wouldn't it? And the crucial thing to realise is that you have to sort of oscillate as you move along the line. So let's say this was higher than 5. Could this also be higher than 5? No, because the furthest apart these two digits could be would be 6 and 9, and that's only 3 apart. So actually what happens is you oscillate. Now, of course, it's all very well saying that. Let's just see. If I don't know yet whether I'm going to need Fistamafel, but you could see that those cells, therefore, are one polarity. They're either all high digits or all low digits. When I say high, I mean higher than 5. And then the gap digits, the digits in the middle there, those digits, what colour should we have for those? I might have dark today. There we go. So those are going to be the other polarity. And typically, yeah, okay. Oh, right. I might not need Fistamafel. Okay, because let's have a look at this whisper now. Why do I want to look at this whisper? Well, it's got the property, hasn't it, that this digit is the sum of those two digits. But we know that any two adjacent digits on a whisper include a high digit. So one of these digits is 6, 7, 8 or 9. If this is the sum of those two digits, it is definitely axiomatically therefore high, which means by alternation this is low, which means this is high. And now, in this column, look, because we've got 2 black digits and 2 purple digits, there's definitely a complete set of high digits. And that means that the other digits in this column are the low digits and a 5. My phone is buzzing, so that's fine. Now, okay, let's do some other principles of whispers. This can't be a 4 in the middle of a whispers line. 4 is a funny digit, a bit like 6 on a whisper, because if you put 4 on a whisper, the only Sudoku digit that can validly be next to it is the digit 9. It's the only digit that's 5 away or more. So obviously if we put 4 here, we have to put 2 9s in the column, and that most certainly won't work. No, and this can't be 3 either, because 3 is almost as restricted. It's sort of a bigamous digit. It only gets together with 8 and 9. So if this was 3, that would be 9, and this would be 8. But 3 plus 8 doesn't equal 9, so it's not 3 either. Now, okay, this can't be 6, because it's the sum of those two digits, and that can't be 9 for the same reason. So we're closing in, aren't we? Now, if this was... Oh, that would work. Okay, I was going to say, if this was 2, how would it work? And I think it could work. 2 would have to be next to 7. Because 2 and 6 are too close together. They're only 4 apart. And 2 and 8 make a total of 10, which we can't write in here. So if this is 2, this is 7, this is 9. But if this is 1, then I suspect it's very easy to make this work. Either of these digits is then at least 5 away, so we could pick any digit here, and this just has to be 1 greater than it. And that means that we have to say bobbins. So, actually that's pretty terrifying. Goodness me. Right, no. I am an absolute fool. I am a complete fool. I'm so sorry. Right. Oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. I've literally told you how to do the puzzle, and I didn't. Right, so I explained the Fistamafel ring. I explained that means that the ring... Oh no, I forgive myself a little bit. That could have been a 5 itself. Well, it couldn't. It's on the whisper. Oh, no, this is awful. This is awful. Oh, well, okay. I'm so sorry. Right. I went to great lengths to explain that ring there contains at least 8 of the digits from 1 to 9. And if not 9... And if it only contained 8, the other digit would go in the middle of the puzzle. So here is the question I would like to ask. Is there a 5 on the ring? It's as simple as that, isn't it? Because, and the answer is there must be. There absolutely must be a 5 on the ring. Because if there wasn't a 5 on the ring, we know it would go in the middle where it can't go because that's on a whisper. So that's a 5. Right, okay, so sorry. Right, we're going to delete everything, and I do need to prove Fistamafel. I'm sorry about this. And this is something I got to do on Numberphile, actually, with Brady Harron a while ago. And it's been a really popular video, and sometimes I do it on the channel, but only when we need to. So here is the proof of Fistamafel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight some things. So I'm going to highlight this row. Now, can we agree what those cells are? I'm not saying what the disposition of the digits is within that row, but do we know collectively what those orange cells are? Of course we do. It's one set of the digits 1 to 9. Or those orange cells are a complete row of the Sudoku, and by the rules of Sudoku, the digits 1 to 9 will appear in that row once each. Those orange cells, they are a second set of the digits 1 to 9. This is a complete box of the Sudoku, so that's a third set of the digits 1 to 9. And this is a complete box of the Sudoku, so that is a fourth set of the digits 1 to 9. So the orange cells collectively, we've got no idea where the sort of 5s are within these orange cells, but we know as a job lot, as a unit, those 36 cells are made up of 4-digit 1s, 4-digit 2s, 4-digit 3s, etc., all the way through to 4-digit 9s, because they must be 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Now, I'm going to highlight some different things in a different colour. What is this column? Well, that column's one set of the digits 1 to 9. There's a second column, so that's collectively now we're at 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9 in blue, 3 sets, 4 sets. So the blue set of digits altogether is 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9. The orange set of digits altogether is 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9. So the composition of orange and blue collectively is the same set of digits. Now, if they're the same set of digits, these cells contain the same set of digits, and I remove that cell from both sets, what can we say about what remains in blue and what remains in orange? If the two sets were the same before we took out the same thing, what do we know about what's left? It's still the same. We don't now know, we can't define it as 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9 minus a 1 or something, because we've got no idea what's in this cell. We're just taking out that cell's contents. But we don't have to know, because what we're going to do is for every cell that has 2 colours in it, we're going to remove it from both sets, and what we get left with is the Fistamafel ring. So those 16 cells in orange are the same digits as the 16 cells in blue. We don't know what those digits are, but we know whatever they are, they will be the same as each other. Now we have to extrapolate this to deal with anti-night, which this puzzle has the property of. This, by the way, will also work in a diagonal Sudoku. You get a diagonal puzzle where you can't repeat a digit on the diagonals. The proof I'm about to show you sort of works there as well. And the crucial thing is to say, okay, let's imagine there is a digit which is not in the Fistamafel ring. What could we say about that digit? Now, in box 1, we wouldn't know exactly where the digit goes, but we would know it was in one of those cells, wouldn't we? The same is true here, the same is true here, and the same is true there. If there is such a digit, it would have to be somewhere in purple in boxes 1, 3, 7 and 9. Now, one thing it's worth noting is if it's in this domino of purple, then can you see it's going to be in this domino of purple in box 9, this domino of purple in box 7, and this domino of purple in box 1. It's like a windmill. It goes round and round, and that's what would happen. So if it's in green, it's always in these green cells. If it's in purple, it always ends up in the purple cells. And it's completely symmetrical logic, so I'm just going to imagine it's in green. If it's in green, where is it in the central column of the grid? Where is the green digit? This digit that's not in the Fistamafel ring. And the crucial thing to realise is the green digit can't be in the central column. It can't be in either of these cells, because let's say that we're trying to miss 3 out. Let's say it's a 3. Neither of these cells can be a 3 because of the knight's move constraint. This one can't be, and that would be a knight's move away. So neither of those can be a 3, and it would be the same logic if that was the 3, because this would be a knight's move away. So neither of these can be the green digit. We've said the green digit is not in the Fistmafell ring, so that can't be it. We've got green here, so neither of those can be it by exactly the analogous logic we did up here. This can't be it, so the green digit is going to be in one of those cells in column 5. But that logic is completely stable and works the same in row 5. These can't be green for the same reason. If this was the 3, it would knock 3 out of both of these. This knocks it out of there. So in row 5, it's also in one of those digits. So if a digit, if the green digit simultaneously has to be in those 3 cells and those 3 cells, the only cell it can actually be in is that one. And that's the proof. And that allows us to go all the way back and say, okay, if there was such a digit in this puzzle, it couldn't be a 5. We couldn't miss 5 off the ring, because were we to do so, we plonk a 5 here on the whisper, where it cannot go. And the only cell in the ring that can be a 5 now is that one. So that, whoopsie. So that is a 5. And that's something I could have got in about 2 seconds had I thought it through, but I just didn't. And I apologise if you've all been cross with me about that. Right. Now, so the second question is, has that helped us then? Wow. I think it has, actually. This is a very clever puzzle. This is a very clever puzzle. Okay, so, oh my goodness me! Right, this is actually very, very beautiful. Right, I've got something here. Let's imagine there is a digit in this puzzle that's not on the Fistmafell ring. We know that digit therefore goes in the central cell of the puzzle. Now, I've been obsessing about 5 here. But actually, that central digit can't be a 4 or a 6. Because if it was a 4 or a 6, it would be surrounded by the same digits. 6 can only be next to 1. 4 can only be next to 9. So neither 4 or 6 can be this digit. Now that means that 4 and 6 must be on the ring, or on the whisper. And that does not feel easy to me. And it really doesn't feel easy because, for example, let's be clear why I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it for the same reason I was putting a 4 here. I mean, that clearly can't be a 4. It would be surrounded by double 9. But look at that digit. That can't be a 4. Because that's going to put double 9 here, a knight's move away from each other. So what are the cells on this ring that must contain, and they must be on different polarity as well. Okay, let's restore the polarity colouring now. Let's restore the polarity colouring. We'll go green and purple. Now, which one of these? See, that one can be. Of these 3, that is the only. So that one is a possibility. That one isn't. It would be surrounded by the same as itself. This one isn't. That one. This one isn't. This one is the equivalent of that one. And by symmetry, that one's a problem, and that's a problem. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful because what's it doing? Well, it's going to be this one, isn't it? There's only, in fact, there's 2 cells, and they are different polarity. Oh, that's beautiful. That is quite originally and brilliant. It's brilliant. But what does it mean? So somehow this must break the... I haven't got what it means yet, but I'm hoping somehow it's going to do the polarity of the ring. I don't know actually. So these squares have to be 1. Well, they're the same digit. These squares are also 1 or 9, and these are the same digit. So, I've got a horrible feeling this is obvious to everybody, and I am not seeing it. How do we do this then? So, I don't know. It feels like it must be something to do with this, doesn't it? At least that's what I feel like it must be to do with. There's a temptation to use sort of placeholder digits here, i.e. to assume green is... If we assumed green was low, for example, then we know purple was high, and we could see how it broke down. But I don't really want to do that unless I absolutely have to. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing how to do this. These are the same. So let's just say that's a 1 for the sake of exposition. Then 1 would be locked into one of those cells. And if it's a 9, 9 would be locked into one of those cells. No, I don't know what that means. Is it something to do with... Okay, maybe we can rule out, if that was 7, that would go 7, 1, 6. And then 8, 9 would either be there and there, or there and there. Oh, hang on. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, no, in fact, if that's 6, that's making that 4. Oh, is that how it works? I don't know. Or is it, hang on, is it that one? Oh, my goodness me. Please let this be right. Good grief. Right. I think... I'm not sure I've got this, but I think it's very hard for this digit to be high. Now that is really complicated to see why this is the case, but let me try and explain. Let's just make this high for a moment. If this is high, then what I want to look at is this panoply of digits. Because if this is high, we know this is high, we know green is high. Okay, so this is going to be 6. And this is a high digit, which is a 7, 8, or a 9, because these are the high digits now in column 3, these ones I'm highlighting. And can you see the problem? The problem is that this digit sees those 3 digits. So if it's high, it sees them because of the knight's move. The only digit it could be is 6, but it can't be 6 because that's going to put the same digits in those cells and they are going to see one another. That cannot be right because of the knight's move. This is a sensational puzzle. This is a whoa. Right, this is a sensational puzzle. So what that means is that now we've got the polarity. Because this, I think, we've just proved, cannot be high. So green is low, which means this is 4, this is 9, this is 9, this is 6, this is 1, this is 1. Right, now that's not 9. That's therefore not able to be 8, I suppose. Now, so this can't be 2 anymore. If this is 2, it's going to can't be next to 6. It'd be next to 7, and that would need to be a 9. So this is 1, which means this isn't 1. Okay, and what we should do is we should double-click the purples and fill in the options, which are 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, we know none of these can be 6, and we know some of them can't be 9. Although that one seems to be able to be. Oh, is that really true? Yeah, so that's good. Okay, because this is high, the only place for 6 now is here. So that's 6, that's 7 by maths, that's 8. 8 can't go... Oh, this is lovely. This is ridiculously good. So we've nearly filled in this column. We've done quite a lot of work on the Fistomerfell ring, and we've still got the opportunity to fill in 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s into these cells. That can't be 4 because it's not next to 9 here. That can't be 4. That can't be 4. That can't be 4. That can't be 1, and that can't be 1. And there's probably a lot more to be done here. I mean, in terms of these digits. Just let me just cogitate on this for a second or two. Okay, 4 comes out of everything in this column. So annoying. What does that mean? I mean, I know these are different. And I know these are different. Oh, my phone's going mad now. Oh, is it just 9 in this box, perhaps? There's quite a lot of 9s, look. Yes, it is. 9 has to go there. Because of the knight's move, it can't go to this square. So that's 9. It doesn't actually change what these two are, though, annoyingly. What do you say? What did we say about 1? 1 is in one of those 3. Obviously, this would be the most useful place, because that would establish the parity along this whisper. Those two are going to be the same parity. Oh, okay, so the middle digit. We know the middle digit here is not 4, 5 or 6. So it's not 1, it would be a knight's move away from itself. So it's 2, 3, or 7, I think. It can't be 8 or 9. 2, 3 or 7. Right. But, if it's 2 or 3, it's putting massive pressure on those two. Can they... Well, if it's 2 or 3, it's making these two the same. So that digit would have to go in those squares. If it's 7, 7 in the middle of the line would have to be next to 1 and 2. They're the only digits that are 5 away, and we know the 1 is on this side. So if it's 7, this is 1, this is 2. Now, there might be a reason that's not possible. That's knocking 2 out of these squares. Oh, I don't know. Okay, but if it's oh, it can't be 3. Because 3 could only be between 8 and 9. Oh, this is lovely. This is sick, this puzzle. Right, so if it's 2, it's next to 7 and 8. And... well, I don't know, actually. Can we do something with that? So if this is 2... this would be a 7-8 pair. This would be a 9. It feels like there's so many 9s in the grid. I find that hard to countenance, but maybe that's okay. Okay, so I can't do that. Or what I mean by that is, oh, hang on. So is there a digit that's always in this string? 7. You can't fill this line without a 7, can you? Because either the central digit is a 7, or this is a 7. Or that's a 7, actually. Because 2 would be bounded by 7 and 8. So this is not 7. So 2 is 7 and 8. 7 is 1 and 2. So 2 is always here. So this is not 2. Okay. Now, what does that mean? I mean, there might be other ways of approaching this. For example, if we could prove all of the digits were present in the corners, then we would know this digit actually maybe hang on, let's do it the other way round. Yeah, this middle digit actually isn't. Oh no, it could be if it's there. I'm wrong. Well, if this is a low digit, then it gets wiped out by the knight's move from all the low positions. If that's a 2, 2 is not on the ring. So 2 would not be in the corner boxes at all. But if it's a 7, because that's a 7, it's not ruled out of the ring. So, I don't know what that means, actually. My phone's going nuts. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So that's bad. I don't know what to do with that then. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's a very sensible way of dealing with this. I just have to work out what it is. I've got nothing here. I don't really. I've been going so well, and I feel I've found the deductions. Not quickly, but I found a few things that haven't been totally idiotic. No. Well, 6 in box 2 is in one of those 2 cells. It can't be here because of the knight's move. It probably is some weird Sudoku thing, isn't it? 1 is in one of those cells. Well, that can't be 7 because of the knight's move thingy. I've got it. I've got it. It's beautiful. It's another beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've got it. Right. Okay. If this was 7, this couldn't exist. Because 7 can only be next to 1 and 2 on the whisper. So if this is 7, this is 2. So you've got 7 and 2 here looking at this square because of the knight's move constraint. So this is 8. Which means this is 9. So this isn't 8. Oh, no, come on. I don't want this to do this because I thought that was going to give me the middle of the puzzle, but maybe it hasn't. Can I get 8 in the middle box now? 8 is in one of 2 places. That seems to be true. It can't be here because of the knight's move for a variety of reasons. So if this is 2, that's 3, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 7, 8. And if this is 7, it goes, oh, then that's a 3. And, oh, frog in my throat. And that's a 3, actually. So both of those would be 2. Oh, that might fail. Okay, so if that's 7, those 3 are all 2s. Oh, it's really difficult to put a 2 into row 4, but you can just do it. There would be a 2 down there. Oh gosh, it's really difficult to put a 2 into column 3, but you can just do it there. I don't know. That feels incredibly unlikely as well. Right, so how do we do this then? I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what to do now. Goodness, I haven't got a clue what to do actually. Do we know something? Okay, I know this is 2. Oh, I know this isn't 2. Because that would knock 2 out of both of these. So this is 1 or 3. Do I know these are the same or something? Is that the point? If this is 1, both of these are 3. Maybe that doesn't work. What was the other one? Both of those. Oh, I think the corollary of those both being 3 is that those are both 2. And that's 2. Oh, that's the same thing I've just been looking at. It's not this, is it? I can't be that. I know so little. I could, even if I, which I nearly do know the whole contents of the ring. I've just got a couple of low digits to figure out. Yeah, I mean 9 is down there somewhere, isn't it? Whoops. Yeah, but we don't know enough. Oh, 9 over here? 9 can't be there. 9's in one of those 3. 9 is in one of these 3 as well. I don't think I can do anything in that congregation of digits, can I? Is there something I'm meant to appreciate about... I don't know. I really don't know. This is it's really interesting because I'm quite sure, given the quality of every deduction that I've been able to make in this puzzle so far, it's been brilliant. It's quite brilliant. Oh, see, it's really actually the other way round is quite interesting. If that middle digit is a 2, both of these become a 3, and by the knight's move, both of these become a 1, and that becomes a 1 as well. So, sorry, hang on, how did that start from? That started from the middle digit being a 2. Then I get all sorts of 1s everywhere. But the weird thing is, although you get loads of 1s everywhere, they don't look like they immediately break. It's possible they are breaking, I'm just not seeing why. So either way round, whatever this is, it's massively powerful on everything. If it's 7, then we don't get the 1 effect, do we? If it's 7, these both become 3. Ah. Oh, that's... okay, that's absolutely bizarre. I don't even know if I trust this deduction. Okay, I've got something, it's mad. I've got something absolutely mad. Right, okay, let me try and explain this. It's to do with ones. I think there's a problem with ones. But it's in the weirdest place ever. It's in this column and this column. Now, let me try and explain. So, what I was thinking is, if this is 7... this becomes a 1 by polarity, and this 1 sees those two cells and makes both of them 3. And I've been obsessing about what that means with like Sudoku on 2s, etc. But something I've just noticed is that the 1 in column 5 now is down here. But where's the 1 in column 3? It's also down here. And you can't have that pattern there. That cannot be where the 1s are, because a 1 here, for example, knocks both of those 1s out because of the knight's move, and vice versa. So this is wrong. It's wrong. Let me... no, I will unwind it that way. So this is not able to be 7. This has to be 2, I think. And I hope that's also going to be quite powerful. But let's see. So 2 here gives us 3 here and 3 here, which gives us 1 and 1 by knight's moves, which gives us... okay, so that gives us the triple 1 thing we were looking at. So that 1 is now down here. We've done the Fistmafell ring. We've done it. And I know there wasn't... right, there is no 2 in the Fistmafell ring. So in every one of the corner boxes, the 2... so there's no 2 in there, for example. We can't use 2 on that. Actually, I'm just going to do... no, what I'm going to do is that. Just to remind me that 2 is not on this ringy thing. What about... where's 3 in the middle box? We can do that straight away. So it's 4, 5 and 6. Can we do that? Yeah, no, maybe not. I'm not sure actually. I'm gonna pencil mark it. Now, this can't be 4 or 5. That is 6. Right, so we're left with a 4-5 pair in the middle box. 6 is in one of 2 places in box 6. Now, where do we look now? 8 is in the box down here by Sudoku. These squares don't include 1. I mean, this has got... we've got a lot of work to do here, haven't we? The cells I would expect to be potent, by the way, here are these cells. And the reason for that is that they, sort of by Sudoku, they get knocked out of these as well. So this square, for example, I mean, it's not actually, that's a terrible... no, okay, maybe this doesn't work. In fact, it really doesn't work. Yeah, but this square does see the whole of those 5 as well, doesn't it, actually? Yeah, okay, so actually I am just going to pencil mark that. That 2, 3... it's not dreadful. 2, 3, 5, 6 is the naked. You know, just eliminating those cells, because it sees those 3 and it sees these 2 by the knight's move, but it can't be 2. Now, can we get rid of anything else for any reason? Not sure. Okay, so this one is 2, 3, 6. Ooh, wait a second. Yeah, this is a naked single, I think. I think because of this, it's got to be 2, 3, 6, 7, and it can't be 2, 3, 6. That's a 7. So 7. Oh, this is great. Now that can't be 7 because of the knight's move. So that's 7. That's 6. That's 6 because it can't go here by the knight's move. And hang on. Let's see if we can do better. 6 can't go there because of the German whisper. 6 can't go there by Sudoku. 6 can't go there because it would wipe the 6 pencil marks out from box 6. It would see both of those cells because of the knight's move. So 6 is in one of 2 places at best in box 9. And if it was here, this would be a 1. And that would be a 1. And that would be a 1. That might be possible, mightn't it? Let's keep trying these digits. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 7, 8. Okay, so 4. Oh, this is another one. That's a 4. Can only be a 4. And that's lovely for the middle box, because that's a 5 and that's a 4. Now I've done the middle box. Oh, yeah. Where's 4 in row 6? It's there. It can't be here because of the knight's move. So 4 is in one of 3 places. Up in box 1. I've still got this one to look forward to looking at as well, but let's just see if we can do anything clever. I mean, yeah, we've got 3, 5 and 6. So this is 5 or 6 in this row. 3, 5 or 6 here. So there's definitely a 3 in one of these 2 cells. Okay, and what's this one? This is 2, 4, 5, 8. So, 4, 5, 8 only. Hang on. Right, so it's 4, 5, 8 because it sees those and it sees the 2. But it can't be 4, look. It sees a 4 in the middle box. So that's 4 or 5 because it sees 8, and that's 4, 5 or 8. So 8 is definitely in this domino at the top of the grid. That's interesting, because where's 8 now? 8 can't be in these 2 cells in column 7. So 8 is down at the bottom here, and that's beautiful, because that's now become an 8. And that means these are not 8. 8's in one of 2 places down here. And this column needs 2, 4, 7, and that can't be 7. So that is 2 or 4. Oh, I see. Hang on, that can't be 7 either. So 7 is placed in column 7, appropriately enough. And can that be 2 or 4? Is there some reason? It sees that cell, but that's not a 2 or a 4. I mean, that digit is going to go in one of those 2 squares. Oh, I don't know. And if that was 7, this would be a 1. Oh, that couldn't be a 1, 2 pair. That's definitely not 7. Right. Here's a weird point. I don't think it's quite enough, but it's interesting to me. No jokes about meal parties. If this is a high digit, it's not 7 or 8. It can't be 6 because that would cause double 1. So it would only be able to be 9. And that would make these squares from 1, 2, 3. Okay, but let's try it the other way around. If it's a low digit, it can't be 4 because that's going to cause double 9. And it can't be 2 because 2's never in the corner cells. So it's 1 or 3. And if it's 3, it would have to have 8, 9 on its tips. So that square is 1 or 9 only. I wonder if that's 1. These are from 6, 7, 9. Actually, I can't see that that's a problem. So that digit, look, is going to find a friend in one of those 2. So it is in one of those 2 cells. I don't know, actually. Okay, so I've got a horrible feeling that at any moment now, the only way we're going to make progress is by really pencil marking. 5. Oh, 5 in this box is in one of 2 places, and we might be able to do better than that. Let's just have a think because of this 5 here. Let's double click the double clicking the 5s didn't work. It does mean this. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, it does mean that can't be a 5. If that was a 5, that sees that one and that one by the knight's move. So that is 2 or 3. Yeah, you see, it could be, you know, one of these cells that sort of reaches into the middle box. I'm not sure though. I'm really not sure. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this column, I've got lots in it. 2 and 5. 2 and 5 are the only options. Now, does this see something? I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. I don't think it does. Okay, so we do know one of those is a 3. Ah, that's it. There we go. 3, 3. One of these is a 3. There's a 3 here. So that is a 3. Now 3 can't be on the tips of this thingy-jig. Right. So if this is 9, this is a 1, 4 pair. Hang on, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's it. Right. If this is 9, we've got to have 2 low digits for the ends of the whisper. And 3 has just been ruled out, 4 is ruled out, so we'd have to use 1 and 2, but we know 2 is not in the corners because of the middle digit and it not being in the ring. So it doesn't work. So this is 1. Now that should be very powerful, he says. Yeah, that is very powerful. So that's 8, that's 9 if we trust our pencil marks. That's no longer 9. This square is now 6 by force of nature. It's got to be a high digit, and it's not 7, 8 or 9. 9 in box 1 is forced. Let's double click the 9, see if we can get them all. 9's in one of these 2 cells. I think there's an X-swing of 9's left. But do we know what that is? That is 7 or 9. Apparently not. Okay, but we get a 1 in box 3 by Sudoku. And we've done all the 1s in the puzzle. This digit is 2 or 4. It sees 5. Does it see anything else? Oh, well, we don't need it to. Where's 2 in this box? It's in one of those squares. That sees this one. So this is 3. And this digit is 2 or 5 by Sudoku. So the question we should ask, of course, is where is 4 in this row? Yeah, I mean, that's simple as that, isn't it? 4, 5, 2, 5, 2 all go into the grid. Now this square can't be 5. This is a 5. That knocks 5 out of these squares. So let's do that. They become an 8, 4 pair. That becomes a 2, so that becomes a 4 down here. Let's see what that's doing. Not as much as I thought. This is a 7 or a 9, and these squares are 2 and 3, and the 3 there is absolutely beautiful. So that forces all of this. 2 in this column. Can't go here because of the knight's move. This needs to have 7s and 8s. Yeah, that's a 7 then, and that's an 8. And this box needs 5, 6, and 7. Oh, this must be done somehow. Hang on, let me just... Oh yeah, well they get a 6 here, so that's very helpful. So this is a 5, 7 pair, and we've not put 2 and 6 into those squares. So this is 3, and this is 5. And 3 has to go in somewhere into box 1. It's now almost been pushed into the corner. And what are those squares? 6, 7. Oh, that's doable. So that's 7. That's 6. That's 6. That's 2. That's 2 by Sudoku. That's 5 by Sudoku. That's 2 by Sudoku. In the top row, we need 3 and 8. Oh no! That's bad news. Okay, so that's good news. We get 3 there instead. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Okay, what do we need now? Something in the 4 and 9. Yeah, we can do it. 5 and 8. Yeah, we can do that. 5 and 7. 7 and 9. And that is a stunning puzzle. Juddimal or juddimal. That is a stunning puzzle. I absolutely love that. It's taken me an hour. Okay, so I'm hoping it wasn't that easy. But some of the deductions are just glorious and really original. Is it correct? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm pleased with that. I really enjoyed solving it, and I really respect that as a piece of setting. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let me know in the comments how you got on with that one. Enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.